All right, good morning, folks. So, this is one of the saddest days of my life, always. Every single Good Friday, I am sad. It's almost like I am mourning. I really feel that this is a day in history that, look at my hair, oh my goodness, that Christ died for us. He went up on that cross and he did what he had to do. And I'm somebody who's sensitive spiritually. I am very sensitive to stuff about God. And so for me, there's almost like, not that you were there or anything, or, it's part of history, but when we're in the spirit, it's almost like we can feel the pain, not his pain completely, but we can feel, thinking about it, the pain of, you know, him dying for us. I mean, it is a sad time to me. But God says it's good, right? That's what he said. And that's because if Christ didn't do this, we would not be saved. So it's usually not until about Easter that I'm like, oh, yay, good. Remember, he rose again too, Melissa. He didn't stay dead. He rose. So there is historical evidence that he has risen from the dead. Many historians, have proven this, but many of the critics have said, oh, when the guard was asleep at night or something, they rolled away the stone, or he didn't really die, or whatever, because people cannot comprehend what he did. And we have historical facts of him dying on the cross. And not only did he die, but other people, it was just the way the Romans did it. They just, crucified people. But the difference with Christ and the difference with other people, like the thief on the cross and others, is that Christ didn't even do anything wrong. I mean, he was perfect, and people didn't even like him. So that's something that you can think about for your self-esteem, ladies. If you even feel like, geez, what I do wrong and people don't like me. Christ was perfect and people didn't like him, okay? But he was innocent and he got the worst crucifixion ever. I mean, he was bloodied. He was, the crown of thorns, everything. I don't know how his mother, Mary, could have seen that. I mean, she must have literally been like dying inside, dying. So if I thought about like seeing one of my sons, and I'm trying not to tear up because this is how sensitive I am spiritually. If I thought of one of my sons being crucified on a cross and hanging there and suffering, um, what would that do to us? I mean, I think as moms, we'd like lose it, really. So, so I was just thinking today as I put together some chili, you know, um, to make sure the the lid is pushed in, right? You do that because you're like, okay, if one of my sons takes the garbage out or me, I don't want to be cut, right? And so then again, the memories of Christ dying on the cross and how many cuts he must have had with the whippings of the thorns. The thorns with the crowns, and then I don't even know what you call it, but the things at the end of the leather, right? Those things that they whipped him with and cut him with. And it just was a horrific, barbaric killing that he went through. And he knew it was coming. He came on earth because he knew it was coming in the form of a baby. And he grew up and he was like the perfect child. He had, the skills of the best of the best. He was the best at his work. He was perfect. He was God and man. So, this day is a day I think about the sacrifice he made for me. So therefore, just like if you have a military buddy and he dies for you, how are you going to live? You're going to try to live somewhat worthy, right? Because of the sacrifice. So, that's what I wanted to share at the beginning of this. This is kind of my frame of mind right now. But I am busy today. I just did a bunch of videos of, getting your morning routine down. Even if you have a cleaner, guys, even if you have a cleaner, you still have your personal life management stuff to have in order. So, I was talking to someone yesterday. I met with someone. We had a great conversation. And what I'm doing now is I'm branding myself. I am branding the name Melissa May. I am branding me. I am branding myself now as a life enhancement coach. So, as I do different stuff, whether it's my cleaning business, whether it's my pro-life stuff, my exercise, my business, I am now getting into coaching. So that is the brand that is going to be me. And I was thinking yesterday, how do I brand myself, right? So I'm not quite there yet. Somebody's willing to work with me, but she's like, I don't think you're quite there, and I'm not. And that's fine because I haven't even really gotten into this, delved into this personal branding yet. But I am going to personally brand my name, and I will be looking to educate myself on how to do this. So that is what's next, is the branding. And then the brand is who you are, okay? A lot of people think it's your logo. Your logo is not your brand. You are your brand, and being authentic is that you've done the work. So I obviously, in the cleaning business, have done the work with being a homemaker and having 5 kids, and I've done the work with raising kids. So I will be doing some homeschool coaching. I've done the work in the pro-life stuff with the volunteer work I've done. I've done the work with my exercise. You can see it, right? Even though I'm not there exactly where I want to be, you don't have to be. You can still do it, right? And then, let me see what else. Yeah, turning my message, my main message is going to be changing lives. How do we change people's lives? Because I started off, like I said, with nothing. As far as I think after the abortion, my self-esteem really went down. I was hanging out with the wrong crowd. I was with a guy who, was not good for me. And yesterday when I was driving home, I saw this girl with this guy walking. And I'm not going to judge because I don't know their relationship at all, but I'm thinking, why would you not want a higher quality life, right? And I thought about, when I was in Pittsfield, walking around, hitchhiking, etc., with a guy, why would I have done that, right? Why do we have such low self-esteem to settle for less? Why, right? And not that that guy was less in, for her, because I don't know the situation, but definitely for me, there are situations where girls do choose less for themselves. So I am going to be talking about how to change your life, how to have better, how to move forward, better ideas, better habits, better ways to change your life constantly. So that's what I'm going for, guys. And that all usually starts with faith. It starts with faith in God.